Hello everyone, we will continue the topic Web Dynpro ABAP and we are covering ALV as a part of component usage. And in the previous video, we have written the logic in the assistance class method. Now we will simply call this method into our Web Dynpro component. So I will go for the view. I will go for main view. And in the main view, we have a submit button. So I will go for the submit button. I will go for OK. And we have a submit button. And on the submit button, yes, we already have a event handler method. We'll go to that event handler method. I'll just click here. We have a event handler method on action display. Now, the value of sales order number is into this particular variable. Now, I will call the assistance class method. I will go for pattern. I will go for simply ABAP object patterns. And we covered so many times, yes, there is no need to declare a object of assistance class separately. We will simply write WD_assist. And what is the name of our assistance class? ZAssist_ALV_sales. Now I will simply go for the method. I will go for F for help. And I will choose the method get_data. I will go for OK. Now you can see in our assistance class method, PVBELN was importing and T output was exporting. Now it interchanged. Exporting is PVBELN and importing is T output. So whatever the input is there, I will simply pass to this assistance class method. And I will declare one internal table in front of T output. Suppose I am writing LT_output. What will be the type of LT_output? It will be same as that of T output. So how I can check the type of T output? Just double click. And you can see T output is of this type. Just copy this and declare into your program, into your own action display method, LT_output type table type. So our data is into this internal table LT_output. We need to bind with the node. Yes, what is our output node? Our output node is output. This is our output node. We need to bind the data with this particular node, because this node we need to go for ALV display. That particular node will go for ALV display. So how we will set that data? You all know previously also we covered. We simply go for Web Dynpro code wizard. We need to set the data. So we will go for which operation? Set operation. And you all know we need to go for as table operation, because it is our table. We are setting that data with the ALV table itself. I will go for context. And what is our node output? Now you can see as table operation is still enabled, because we change the cardinality to 0:n. If you will not change the cardinality, this checkbox will automatically remove. Then you need to change the cardinality and again you have to come. We already changed the cardinality, so it is working fine. Now I will go for OK. Now I will simply put the data declaration at the top. It is always a good practice that data declaration is always at the top, so anyone can read our code in a smooth manner. Now whatever that data is into this LT output internal table, we need to simply bind. So rather than this, now it's anyways LT output is there. Yes, there's no need to change the name of internal table. We declared LT output, and LT output we are binding with this particular node. So I'll check the syntax up to this level. Okay, it is already declared. I just, when I copy paste, when I shifted the data declaration, it is already declared. So I will remove this. And anyways, whenever we are going for Web10 Pro code wizard, we need to check what is the duplicate logic. So we simply called the assistance class method. Our data is into this internal table and we binded with this particular node. So our data is binded to this output node. Now we will move on to the further step, and those are now extremely important step. Just see here as of now. If I will go for layout, In the layout, we have a area, view container UI element. Into this view container UI element, we need to display the ALV table. We need to display the ALV data. And data is into which particular node? Data is into output node. Then we simply binded this internal table with that output node. Just see, two separate things are there as of now. As of now, there is no relation. You have a area. In that area, you want to display that data which is in this output node. So now we will go for further steps so that we can simply bind this node with that particular area. Whatever is into this output node, it should display into this particular view container UI element into this particular area. So how we will do? I'll firstly go for the second step. So first step is done already. Now we will move on to the second step. What is our second step? Simply add this component to your own Web10 Pro component. If you remembered when we started that topic, our topic is itself component usage. We are using the existing Web10 Pro components into our own component. If you remembered, during OVS topic also, we added this to our Web10 Pro component. Now we need to add this to our Web10 Pro component, which is for ALV table, which is for ALV. So how we will add? Same process. Just double click onto your component. Now just give some name. You can give any name. It is totally your wish. Suppose I will give sales_ALV. Now what is the name of component usage? This is the name of component usage. Now I will simply save and activate up to this level. And now you can see, once I added, now we have a extra thing here, component usage. Previously, it was not there. So what is the summary of this particular video? In this video, firstly, what we did? We simply called the assistance class method into our this on action display of Web10 Pro component. Then import become export, export become import. So our data is into this internal table LT_output. I'll just wait, it will open. Our data is into this internal table. We need to bind this data with this particular node because this node is for the ALV output. Yes. So what we did, we simply used the Web10 Pro code wizard, which you have chosen the set as table operation. And yes, whatever the data is in this internal table, it is binded with the output node. Just see as of now. As of now, no one is able to decide the relationship between this, whatever we did. in this particular container, in this particular area, we need to display the ALV data. We need to display the ALV data. Your ALV data is in this output node, into this output node, into this output node. So how we will display this data which is in output node in that particular area? So it means we need to perform the steps which are required for ALV. So we simply did the second step into this video. We added the SALVWD table component into our own Dynpro component, and you all know how you can add. You can simply double click on the component and add that. So we gave some name and we gave the component name. Now in the next video, next is extremely important because as of now people have a perception both are two separate things. Your data is in some node, you have a container, you have a layout element. How that data will appear into this particular layout element, this will be the conclusion of these two steps, and extremely important steps. And after that, we will be able to see the ALV output. So that's it in this particular video. Thank you.